What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, the fun. I'm just G underscore Z. Yes, guys. Today we're back with another video. Today we'll be watching the most horrible video ever. So we'll be watching a kid killed his father for Nintendo Switch. I don't know what's going on with nowadays children, but they're crashing out on the father. Like, how do you have that courage just to take a Switch, a gun, and kill your father?
Little 11-year-old shitter who apparently shot his dad over him taking his Nintendo Switch. Yes, you heard that right. This spoiled little brat, as you can see here on our screens right now that I'm, circling with my cursor, who is 11 years old, is now charged as an adult after fatally shooting his father over taking his Nintendo Switch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't even Gen Z anymore. I'm not...
Like, this doesn't add up, bruh. It doesn't make sense. How would you get a 9 recoil gun and you just decided to go to finish your dad just because you wanted a video game? It doesn't add up as a Gen Z. I feel like when people they see now we have to comfort them, we have to show them like, oh, you feel what I'm saying, to love them and shit like that.
Gonna blame Gen Z for this because he's too young to be Gen Z. Believe it or not, most of Gen Z are now adults, young adults now. This is Gen Alpha. And I just gotta say, as bad as people think Gen Z is, brother in Christ, Gen Alpha and then Gen Beta after them, Gen Beta are basically infants right now, are probably gonna be uncomparable to our generation. And by the way, if I sound a little congested right now, it is because I am. Apologies, I'm still recovering from my illness. But I just gotta say, I've never heard, this is the first time I've heard of any kid shooting their dad over a Nintendo Switch. Now, maybe in the past, somebody has killed their parent over taking their phone, their computer, grounding them, in some way, shape, or form. But specifically for a Nintendo Switch, it's crazy. And yeah, you guys can see the dad right here in this post. It's just insane.
The family was in this home celebrating their son's 11th birthday. That's when court documents say their son found a gun and shot his adopted father. This happened Tuesday, 3 a.m.
What? This diabolical, bro.
Around 3 a.m. When state police arrived, the young boy named Clayton Dietz had a bloody lip and injuries around his eye. Court documents do not explain how he was hurt. The documents do say, however, that Clayton was looking for his Nintendo Switch, which was taken away from him when he found the revolver in a safe.
I feel like this is crazy, bro. You just showed your stepfather just because of a Nintendo Switch and you had like, you were 11, bruh. How wrong can they do to you? I feel like the way they say like he had an injury and things like that, we don't know. Maybe from school they had a physical fight, or maybe like he fall down riding a bicycle. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't say like maybe parents abusing. For sure they would. Maybe they were arguing. You know what I'm saying? They were putting him in a punishment and shit like that
Inside the home.
Now, I just gotta say, I don't know what caused his facial injuries.
Like, how did you find the revolver, bro? Who showed you like you find that the gun stay in that locker?
They say that he had a swollen lip or something like that, a bloody eye. Kind of sounds like abuse to me, but let's be honest here, because I don't want to make any definitive assumptions. Could have been abuse, could have been self-inflicted. We don't know. There's a lot of crazy people, crazy kids in society. But I just gotta say, how could you even possibly go from getting your Nintendo Switch taken away from you because you were maybe acting bad? Maybe on top of that also getting a whooping because you're a problem child, to then all of a sudden thinking that it would be a bright idea to...
I'm sure they took this Nintendo Switch because it's back to school, bro. You need to log in your school works and shit like that. But when you just decided, nah, I'm not gonna do those homework, I wanna blow my dad's brain. Like, what's going on, bro?
Gun down your dad or your adopted dad in the situation. So wherever the hell the real father is, he's still alive. The stepdaddy who stepped up to take care of this child. The dad took the Switch, so the son grabbed the Switch and switched him on down. This is crazy.
Troopers say that he then took the gun and shot his father in bed next to his mother. 42-year-old Douglas Dietz.
Bruh, this is crazy. Even worse, he came into a room with your wife and he just gunned you in front of his mom, bruh. Like, that, how devious can you be, bruh? And your stepfather just came into your life and supported you. Maybe they found you were 5. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm not gonna indulge with that shit, bruh. I feel like I won't take care of a kid who's older enough. I feel like when they're older enough, they're dealing with difficult things, bruh, in their life, bruh. You don't know what is their emotion it is. You know what I'm saying? When they're starting to grow up. I feel like I can take care of a kid who is 1 year old. I feel like that's still young.
Was found dead. In the interview room, his wife said she woke up to the sound of a gunshot. Then her son confessed to her, saying, quote, "I killed my dad. I hate myself," end quote.
Wow. Want to know what that reminds me of?
I wanna kill my mom. I wanna kill my dad. I wanna kill.
I feel like in this way, bruh, when you're saying like, just admitting, oh, I just did something wrong. It's not like you're being possessed of demons, bruh. It's not demons no more. It's like you're being controlled by just, I don't think we'll call it control, bruh. We need to know how to control anger issues, not just to crash out on some dumbass, stupid video games, bruh.
This is why you have to watch these little kids nowadays, man. Just literally grounding them over bad behavior can possibly lead to you being in the ground yourself because they want to kill you. Like, I can't believe this little shitter right here, this spoiled, entitled brat, really upped the pole on his stepdad, who probably got him the Nintendo Switch too, just because he took it away temporarily. Honestly, for one, this is why I would never leave any guns like just laying around casually to where a sick child like this can have access to it. Number two, respectfully, I'm probably never going to become a stepdad unless I raised you since you were a little baby and I like instilled all my values into you. If I come later in your life, I can't trust you. I'm sorry. Respectfully, whatever.
I feel like that the way, but I feel like the father did some careless shit, bro. I wonder how did the kid know if he wanted to search for his Nintendo in that drawer, and he found a gun. I feel like you shouldn't put a gun with a safety, without a safety guard. You know what I'm saying? And you inserted bullet inside. That's some risky thing.
Traumas you have from your dad or your mom, unbeknownst to me, can have me killed or clapped because you feel some type of way. You want to crash out because I grounded you and took your Nintendo Switch away. Bro, not saying a kid I raised from the inception of him popping out of my woman's womb couldn't possibly clap me either, but I'm just saying the probability is drastically lower. And the crazy thing is, check this out.
Before the shooting, she told troopers that they put their son to bed while singing happy birthday to him. Neighbors who knew the family say this violence was very out of character for the young boy.
Oh, they always say
Uncharactered. My nigga, they sang a happy birthday to him. It means they show love to him, bro. It's not because he made some stupid mistake. I'm sure they say, nah, today you can't, this Nintendo Switch make you sleep late, so we are taking it for only 1 day. 1 day. Is that the wrong thing? No.
out of character. Yeah. Oh, he was a good boy. There were no signs before. He was such a sweet child. Anytime one of these kids kills, claps someone, ups the pole on someone, they want to say they were the sweetest child on honor roll. They were going to be a doctor, a scientist. They had such a bright future ahead of them. Yeah, right. Now, one comment I do want to point out, someone said, are they just going to gloss over the fact that the kid was injured? Like, did the parents exclude the fact that they beat him previously, or did he get beat after shooting the father before enforcement came? How the F you're gonna say something like that and not document it in court? Yeah, so that is a good point.
Say, because maybe her mother beat her up after shooting his father, or like there was some argument between them.
Right there. I don't know. Speculatively, he could have been abused, which would then presumably lead to him possibly shooting his stepfather in the night. Now, obviously, that's just a huge assumption. That is just pure speculation. And it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for a kid sick enough to shoot his stepdad in the dead of night with a gun to possibly end up having self-inflicted wounds to make it look like he was being abused. Like, there are psychotic people out there who will fake injuries, run their faces into hard objects to make it as if they were previously hurt by another individual. So I would not be shocked. You guys can have your opinions in the comment section. What do you think about that? Obviously, they're gonna have to investigate whether this kid was being abused in that household or not. And if they can verify that, then that'll literally just change the entire optics of the story. Assuming he's not like clinically crazy. But still, at face value, a kid killing his dad, his stepdad, whatever, same shit, right? His guardian over what they're saying was over a confiscated.
Like, that's crazy. It is his guardian, but Imagine he's the one who bought him this Nintendo Switch. How devious can you be and how evil can you be as a kid? Like, they showed you much love. The nigga showed you much love. He bought the Nintendo Switch for you. He made a birthday present for you. Like, they sang birthday song to you. Like, don't say it's demons. Don't say it's demons. They're processing you. No, you're just a bad kid. Like that is.
Nintendo Switch is crazy.
But according to court documents, Clayton's mom says he was upset when he was told to go to bed and had his Nintendo Switch taken away. He admitted,
That's what I said. That's what I said. I told you, well, like, maybe he was upset because they told him to go early, like go to sleep early, because maybe they were going somewhere and or like he was going to school. They told him this thing makes you sleep late, so we are gonna take it for one day. You know what I'm saying?
to police that he got the key to the gun from his father's drawer.
So this was literally premeditated. It's not like this was an accident. There's no way a gun just magically fell inside his hands. A gun that was stored inside of a case that required a key. It's not like this kid just woke up, he was a sleepwalker, had the gun magically in his hand and just accidentally shot his dad in the head. Like, no. This was a very cynical, calculatedly cold, premeditated, all the words to describe someone planning something out in this cold-blooded fashion. And one commenter says,
I feel the way he was angry at them, bro. They need to put him in a locked room, maybe a facility that he wouldn't escape no more. I feel like it's a. I don't want to say some word that I wouldn't defend myself, but I feel like I don't know. I don't know, bro.
these kids don't know how to regulate their emotions. I got mad at my parents growing up, but the thought of annihilation never crossed my mind. There are some evil, abusive, negligent parents out there, individuals who thrive off of others' suffering. I'm not saying these parents are this type, but they are out there. Valid. So, you know.
Yes, that's true. I feel like most of the parents, they want best for us. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, they just punish us because we done something bad. It's not something that is horrible. It's like you need to be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't just say, oh no, they don't like me to do this thing, what. Now what are you arguing about? Because you need to be disciplined.
Through this investigation with this child and his mother, we're gonna see if they were actually abusing him or not. Time will tell.
And that is when police say the boy told them that he went inside that safe looking for his Nintendo Switch and instead got the gun, took it out, and allegedly shot his father in the head.
Bruh, whoa, so, wow. I don't know what to say about that specifically, but clearly this kid was crazy. There's no way in hell, unless I was severely abused as a child, like repeatedly for years, would I ever have the gall to even go looking for my Nintendo Switch, thinking it's in a case, locked, get the key, unlock it, find that there's not a Nintendo Switch in there, but a gun, and in my annoyance or anger, decide to then pick up that gun, cock it, aim it at my dad's head, and bang. That's clearly not normal.
When a juvenile is charged,
Like, that's so fucking disbelieving thing, bro. Like, how, bro? Like, you had the courage just to, even you planned everything. You know what I'm saying? They grounded you, they told you go to sleep, and you just started thinking about it. Now, I'm gonna go to the safe, take the key. After taking the key, if I don't find it, I know I'm gonna get the gun. After getting a gun, I'm gonna threaten him to give me my Nintendo. I don't play with it. I don't play with it. I'm a white hands. That's how it lead to severe damages. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shoot your own father. You know what I'm saying? The person who was guarding you a lot. I'm sure that Nintendo Switch, you have been gifted by him. You know what I'm saying?
with murder, they automatically begin as charged as an adult.
Which is the case for Clayton right now, but that could change through what's called decertification.
And decertification is a filing where the defense tries to say the individual should be prosecuted in the juvenile justice system for a variety of reasons.
That's up to a judge, and whatever they decide will make a huge difference.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just gotta say this is a crazy ass case, and yeah, this is making me not want to have kids. Like, I know that I'm probably gonna be a fantastic father, of course. I'm gonna be loving, caring, and all the sweet little things, but I'm also gonna be strict. We're gonna have a tight program, and I'm probably not gonna raise my kids along the lines of public schooling with the majority population's kids.
Yeah, for me, even me, if I have kids, but I'm gonna be a good father, bro. I don't want to let my children to box everything. You know what I'm saying? But if we are being strict, obviously need to be strict, like to limit them from some cases. You know what I'm saying? Not to allow them to be in a unsafe zone. You know what I'm saying? For sure, they need to learn. Like when you are doing something wrong, there's gonna be like some punishment, consequences. Like you need to know. There's no need to be spoiled for no reason. I feel like they need to learn all those things, bro.
Don't trust people raising their kids and my kids being around them. I'm sorry. I'm already cynical as it is right now as an individual grown man with no kids. So yeah, it's either going to be a very vetted and thoroughly vetted private school that I, am heavily involved in, or homeschool. Definitely, there are too many sickos and wild ass people running around in society who shouldn't be having kids. They're reproducing, and then those traits are being passed along to their kids. And yeah, I'm just not taking the chance. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? It is getting spooky out here.
Bruh, this is a W video, if I'm saying, but it's W, but it's so scary. The way like we wouldn't trust kids no more. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like these gaming things, they teach them some horrible things. Like if you let your children to play more often of games and shit like that, and you are exposing them into some crazy democratic things, I feel like that's how they lead themselves into that thing. For me, as a 21-year-old nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm grown as fuck. I won't let my kids to be unsafe. You know what I'm saying? I feel like loving is something good, caring is something good, but to spoil them to that extent, nah. You know what I'm saying? But let me know if you think it is good or not. But please like, comment, subscribe, and do all those kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? See you in the next video.